sorry, Marcella's forgot to start that.
Oh, just yeah.
And I kind of thought, well, you know, I have to obviously look at all places where I can go with this. I kind of didn't want to go through the whole interview process again, you know. I'd got myself into quite a good position the last place I worked, so starting from scratch was a bit kind of scary, but you know, you've got to do what you've got to do. And I kind of phoned all my clients, explained the situation to them, and I said to people, I'm willing to come to your house to kind of, you know, do your hair for a while I kind of think about where I'm going to go from here. And fortunately, it kind of just took off from there, really. I was very lucky. I kind of accidentally started my own business, I suppose, because I went from doing one person in a salon to doing their family, their friends, you know, their neighbours, and it kind of grew and grew from there. Actually, Chrissy's mum is one of my very good clients. Just drop that in there for you. And here I am kind of 3 years later, and it's just going from strength to strength to strength, and you know, I'm very fortunate with it all. So much so now that I'm actually setting up another business, because I'm kind of getting to a point where my workload is a little bit too much for me. And you know, oh, there you go, there's my lovely website out there. And you know, I'm having to turn work down, so I'm kind of now looking at training people that I can take on board with me, and then if I can't do the work, I can always, you know, pass the work on to them, and encourage and support them as well. Obviously there are, you know, disadvantages, but to me the only disadvantages of being self-employed is the fact of having the no holiday pay, no sick pay kind of thing. And you know, sometimes it is on social hours, but saying that, you kind of work your own hours and you get your own benefits from it. You know, you get rewarded for the effort that you're putting in, which in a lot of, you know, employment you don't. You could work 110%, and a lot of the time you're not going to make any more than what your salary is anyway. Not career age as well. I absolutely love what I do. I'm not business minded in a sense, you know, I'm not a business genius. I don't think you have to be a business genius to start your own business. I have help from an accountant, because I'm rubbish at anything like that, so I can pass that work on to him. I also have a business coach, now Marcellus, who's here with me today, that he's only recently started helping me. And the good thing for me is I can kind of pass on the work, like my accounts and like the background kind of thing of business, you know, that can kind of go to Marcellus, and then they can concentrate on what they're good at, and I can concentrate on what I'm good at, you know, rather than trying to do everything and kind of make everything work. And I think really, you know, for people that haven't got a job, this is the best time ever to start your own business, because, you know, you've got nothing to lose. It's not like you've got to leave a secure job where you're getting paid every month to kind of take this risk. You know, if you're kind of in a position where you can just go for it and, you know, you've got nothing to lose, then it's worth giving it a go, really. I mean, I gave it a go, and I'm very fortunate that 3 years later I'm in the position that I'm in. And if you would have told me 3 years ago that I'd be kind of have one successful business and looking at setting up another one, I would never have believed it. And you know, it is really scary to think that you haven't got that wage coming in at the end of the month, but you know, you get what you put into it. And to kind of steal a quote from a course that I went on recently, now is the best time ever in history to have a small business, because years ago, if you had a little shop somewhere, only your local people would know about your shop. Whereas nowadays you can set up a shop in your bedroom, business in your bedroom, and you can go global within seconds with like social media and the internet and things. And you know, I'm finding with things like my Twitter, my Facebook page, my website, it is, you know, it is a big help to me, and I'm reaching people that I would never be able to reach before, and people have been able to see what I do and see what kind of person I am without having to actually meet me. A lot of my work is done on reputation. I don't really advertise what I do, it's just all from word of mouth, which for me personally, is the best way of having business, because, you know, it's so nice to know that people are talking about you in a positive way and working like that, and they want to come to you because they've heard good things about you rather than picking your name out of the phone book. But then, you know, that doesn't obviously work for everybody. But my advice would be, take any free advice that's given to you, even if you don't think it applies to you, you know, just kind of take everything on board, listen to what people say, and just go for it, really, you know, because big things can start with small ideas.
Thank you.